Hey guys, how's it going? It's Rob Sutton. We're back here with another video today. As you guys probably are really aware, I love standing desks. Not only do I have multiple injuries that makes it really hard for me to sit in chairs for a long period of time, but it's also been proven to be really good for your health and blood flow to get up standing during the day and not just be stagnant in a chair. Now, when you look out on the market for a standing desk, they all just kind of look the same. So when Fenge asked me to review this desk you see behind me, it's their piano style desk with a 135-degree divider, I wanted to take a look. So let's get into the review. So before we get into the assembly and the review itself, let's take a look at the specs of the Fenge piano style desk. So overall setup of the Fenge piano style desk was pretty simple. They give you all the tools that you need, including the screwdriver and the Allen wrench with all the bolts laid out in a package like you're normally used to seeing. The actual fittings inside the table itself were high quality and did not spin on me. And overall, it took about 30 to 40 minutes to assemble, even having to move the camera around. I even ended up using the screwdriver and the Allen wrench included just to see how long it would take using manual tools they've provided. But if you use a small power tool, it'd probably go even quicker. The instructions were easy to read, but let's be honest, this is a pretty simple process of just putting together a desk. It's screws and bolts. The only thing that you have a little bit different with this desk with some of the other ones I've assembled is a single motor. So you have a pole that reaches across the frame rails itself to raise the other side of the desk. And the metal plate, controller, and accessory hook all installed with simple little screws. So really it's a straightforward process that you're done with pretty quickly and you're ready to go. So first, let's get into what I liked about the Fenge piano style desk. First is that plate itself. That 135-degree plate that is in between the two levels actually turns out to be pretty useful. First, it is perfect for iPads, iPhones, and anything else that you might want to lean up against the desk and not have flat against the desk, as it has a wall to sit across that you can actually see what's going on with your notifications and calls. I found that I use this a lot more than I thought I would. I thought it might have been kind of gimmicky at first and then I would stop using it, but I find it to be perfect for those type of devices so that you actually have them visible while you're working. The other thing about that plate is it has holes in it for actual wire management. So like you can see with my laptop, I'm able to pull these wires up through that plate and barely have those wires visible on the desk at all. So when you see some of these other desks that use kind of a shelf style design to get your monitor elevated, you end up with being able to see the wires coming up underneath that shelf. And that's not the case here because they're hidden behind that metal plate. So that goes for any peripherals, including your laptop, keyboard, mouse, or anything else that you might need to plug in through USB through that plate. And number two, the USB charging ports on the controller itself. I can't tell you how many times I'm either looking for a plug that's near my desk or I'm not wanting to use an open USB plug on my computer itself. So it's nice to have that on the actual controller. So you're able to plug your USB cable in, whether it be micro or regular size, and be able to charge those things that you have on your desk, like your phone, tablet, mouse, or wireless keyboard. And number three, the accessory hook. I can't tell you how many times I get home and I just can't find a place to put my briefcase that isn't just laying on the floor. So having an accessory hook that makes it so I could just hang it right there and keep it on the floor is a nice touch. You can also use this for headphones or anything else that you might have that you need to keep up off the floor. And number four, the overall look and design. When you put this in your home office space or an office, if you were in that setup, it doesn't take away from the look of the space. It doesn't look overly officey. So it looks nice sitting in the space with everything sitting on it. You also have the option of getting this hand-cut wood that's not what you see pictured here. It is rather expensive, but I kind of imagine that that would be a really nice look for this desk also. And number five, while this is a single motor design versus a dual like some of my other desks, I found that the weight capacity was more than enough of anything you're gonna be putting on it. It was fast enough and it was quiet. So the overall operation of the desk was really smooth. So that is everything I liked about the desk. Now let's get into where I think they could get in a little bit more improvement and really take this desk to the next level. First off is proper wire management. So in the package, you're given 4 of these little wire ties, which honestly don't do too much if you have a lot of accessories on your desk. Like you see with my other desk, I have a lot of things that need to plug in, whether it be monitors, tower, speakers, all kinds of stuff that require wires to be hidden up underneath the desk. And some of these actually require power bricks that you don't want just hanging around. So it would be nice to see some kind of tray or other proper wire management up underneath the desk so you can really get a more cleaner look. And number two, the motor on this desk is visible. If you notice by some of these other ones that I have in my office, you can't see the motors hanging down from the desk. It's a small thing, but the fact that it also has a silver label on it that really makes it stand out Makes it so when you're walking up to the desk itself, you do see that motor visible underneath the desk. You can make it a little bit easier by taking that silver label off. It kind of hides in the background a little bit more, but it would be nice to see the motor actually tucked up underneath the frame so that you don't see it hanging down underneath the desk. And number 3, due to the design of the desk and it being split level with a tray, it's not necessarily good for if you have a really large computer tower or a really large monitor. As you can see with my 48-inch over here, I can't have a dual level that is not adjustable or removable. It would just put the monitor too high. Now, that said, any normal monitor, 27-inch or higher, that's a normal style computer monitor, you're not gonna have any issues. But with really large format screens like I'm using over here, it is a little bit problematic because it's not adjustable and it's too high. Now, I do realize I'm a very small percentage of people that use a monitor this big, but I thought it was worth noting. At the same token, there isn't any storage option for having a computer tower, so you can't put it on top of the desk because of it not being deep enough, so your only option is to put it on the floor. Now, I like to keep my computer tower off the floor because we have dogs in this house and it just creates less dust having it up on the desk itself. So it'd be nice to have some kind of accessory option to actually mount it underneath the desk, which they don't currently have. So what are my overall thoughts on the Fenge piano style desk? I am really surprised how much I liked that 135-degree ramp up to put my accessories and things that I wanted to actually see visible. I really liked that feature of the desk and used it a lot. And at $479, it's really kind of that middle range that's affordable to a lot of people with a lot of great features, including that USB power and the overall look of the desk itself. Now, there were little things like the visible motor, the tower, and the large screen, but overall, I was really happy with the way the desk performed. And I like that added benefit of having a design feature that's different than anything else I'd used out there. So guys, I want to hear what you think down in the comment section below. Are you using standing desks? Which ones are you using? What do you think of this feature of this desk? And would you use it? Let me know and I'll respond to any questions or concerns you have as well. So guys, if you like this review, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this channel for more reviews like this in the future. And until then, on to the next one. Thanks guys, see ya.